Hello, and welcome back to another life chat video. I'm Jennifer Mata-McMahon. In this video, I thought I'd share with you what I have purchased in the month of February, although this is my no-buy year. I am still allowed to buy certain things, so there's certain categories I'm not purchasing from. Mainly makeup and skincare. I can't purchase anything unless I completely run out of the category. Also, I'm not buying clothes or shoes because I have too many of them. And I'm not buying any housewares, art, decorative kinds of things that I don't need and I also have a ton of. I feel like I'm forgetting a category. But I think that was it. Makeup, skincare, shoes and clothes, housewares and kind of like artsy things. I'll check, but I think those were it. And so, for some reason I feel like it was 5, but I think that maybe clothes and shoes were 2 separate categories. But there were certain things that I could purchase, right? So I can buy gifts. I could buy books because they're part of my work. I could buy electronics and things that would just like ease my daily life. Okay, so since my no-buy was not limited or not all-encompassing, it didn't, it didn't mean that I couldn't buy anything. It just meant I couldn't buy things from those certain categories that were out of control. I have been making some purchases, and mainly books, but some other things as well. And I will share with you in this video what I have been purchasing and how much I have been spending. And spoiler alert, I think I've spent too much in the month of February. So let's get into it. So just to recap, in the month of January, I did make some purchases, and they were within the allotted categories, but they were also things that I was in Chicago for a couple weeks and I had forgotten to take certain things, so there were also some things in the not allotted categories that I had to purchase just because I was there and I didn't have all my things with me. So I have my little notebook here with my list, and in the month of in the month of January, I spent $135.36. So in the video, and I'll post the link to that video, but in the video where I was reflecting how my no-buy year had gone so far, I had mentioned the things that I had purchased. And that amount added up to $135.36. So I'll share with you what I spent in the month of February as well at the end of the video, the added up amount. So in the month of February, as I said before, the main things I purchased were books. And so a lot of the, I guess, expenditure was on books. Although I have to say that if I compare what I spent on books to the other things I bought, it's not as much because I had some like large ticket items that I bought in February that I guess I shouldn't have, but I did. So I'm looking at, if you hear Max, he's over there in the corner and he is hoarding. I just gave him a treat and he is guarding it. So he's just waiting for me to move close to it so he can growl and defend his treat that I gave him. So it's a little, but it is what it is. Okay, so, see? No, you gotta quit it. You gotta stop. No. No. I'll be right back. Okie doke, I'm back. Did you see the craziness? That's him. He's crazy. Okay, books that I bought. I bought An Edited Life by Anna Newton. I haven't started reading it, but I've heard really good things about this book, and it's like a for pleasure kind of read that I got. I also got the instruction, Living the Life Your Soul Intended by Ainsley MacLeod, I think it is. And this is one of the books that was portrayed in Oprah's Super Soul Conversations podcast. And because of that, listening to that podcast, I thought it would be a good idea for me to purchase the book. And in looking for this book, I found The Transformation, also by the same author, and it's sort of a it says Healing Your Past Lives and Realizing Your Soul's Potential. So both of these books are by the same author. I haven't started reading them, and I haven't started reading the Edited Life by Anna Newton because I'm still reading A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, and I'm still reading The Book of Joy by the Dalai Lama, and I have other books that I'm reading that are all sort of pleasure books that are not for work. And so in the month of March, I'm going to make a conscious decision to not purchase any more books of these kinds that are like pleasurable reading books, because I have a stack of them and I don't have time to go through them. So once I've read through all of the ones that I have, I'll buy other ones. But right now, I really have to focus on what I have. So I bought those 3 books. I also bought some children's books, and I am working on a project on children's spirituality. That's my area of research interest, but I'm working on a project stemming from a research project that I did on children's spirituality, into taking it into writing children's books. So I've been collecting for some time now children's books that I think are really good to talk about topics that are related to spirituality with children. So I bought A Different Pond, really nice book. It portrays a relationship between the father and the son, but it also portrays the difficulties immigrants go through and people in impoverished kind of situations go through, and it has that ethnic connotation to it because it's sort of like a diverse or different kind of ethnicity, at least for me and at least for us in the US. So I got this one, and it came recommended by a colleague of mine. This one was also recommended by a colleague of mine. I read it. I was at her place and we were looking through children's books, and she recommended this one. It's called If Nathan Were Here, and it is about children expressing their feelings and their thoughts on a classmate who passed away. So it's touching and it's really well written. I really like this book. Gleam and Glow is also another book that I bought. This one I haven't delved too deep into. I need to read this one more carefully. It was also recommended by my colleague as a good one. I Am Human, a book of empathy, I bought because I saw in the NACE conference. It was one of the books that they had at the NACE conference that I wanted to buy. And I got this one, and this also, Be Kind was another one that I read at the NACE conference and saw there, and I wanted to purchase as well. So I got those 2 books. This one I got because I saw it when I was looking for those other books to buy. I saw this one. It's A is for Awesome, and it's 23 iconic women who changed the world. And I thought, this is awesome. This is not necessarily for spirituality, but it's about women in positions of, not necessarily of power, but of changing the world and making the world a better place. So in a sense it is about spirituality and bringing your life's purpose, or I guess realizing your life purpose and putting it into action to cause and promote change. So I thought that was really cool. I didn't realize though that it was a hard cover book. So these books tend to be for younger children, and it is an alphabet book. So I guess that's why it's in this format. Those were the 6 children's books that I purchased. So in children's books, I spent, let me see, I spent almost like $60 in children's books, 59 something. But altogether in books, and all of those books that I just shared with you, I spent $95.80. So almost $100 I spent on books during the month of February. Other things that I bought was, and some things I can't show you because they're already being used, right? So I bought a faucet filtration system to put in the kitchen faucet. So I have it in the kitchen faucet, and what it does, it's with a little lever, it allows me to have just regular faucet water come out, or bypass that outlet and redirect it into a filter and have filter water come out of the faucet. So I now can, hold on a second. Okie doke. Sorry for that interruption. Maxie is a little bit crazy today, right? But he is going to behave. I don't know if he's going to behave, but here's hoping. Okay, so I bought that faucet filtration system, and I'm using it. And the reason why I got it was because I wanted to stop buying bottled water. So I would buy like individual bottles of water because I wanted to have water in the bathroom. So I wake up in the morning, and the first thing I do is take some pills, and because I have to take some of those pills on an empty stomach, and then wait about an hour until I can eat something, or I can take the other pills. So I need water in the bathroom in order to do that first thing in the morning. And what I have done in the past is I just buy bottles, like individual bottles of water, a big like case of individual, and have it in the fridge. And then every night I would bring a bottle up to have in the morning in the bathroom when I woke up, right? So I wanted to stop doing that because the waste production is massive, and I wanted to stop producing recycled water bottles and waste, right? So I bought the filtration system, and that was $21.99, and then I bought a set of glass bottles, and that one I do have to show. I bought a set of these. I only wanted like 2 or 3. I didn't really need 6, but it came in a pack of, in a box of 6 of these. And they're glass bottles with this stainless steel cap. And I just fill them up with using the filter now that's downstairs in the kitchen faucet. And I always have a glass bottle of water in the bathroom for me to use in the mornings. And to drink throughout the day as well. So these 6 bottles of water were $14.99. Another thing that I bought that I don't have to show you here is a bamboo tissue box holder, and I wanted it for my office. At work we have these long, the long, not the what are they? Like a cube. Or a parallelepipedo, how do you say that in English? It's not a cube, but it's a rectangular, 3-dimensional figure. I'll look the word up. And the tissues, I would have tissue covers for those kinds of boxes, and I have a couple of those here in my house. But in the office, in my old office, I used to have one of those because those were the kinds of tissue boxes that they got for the office. But in this office, the kinds of tissue boxes that they purchase for the office are the long ones, the slim rectangular ones that are longer. So I bought a bamboo box to put those boxes in. So it's a cover. So I don't like the print of the tissue box to show. I think it looks a little, tacky. So I buy covers for the tissue boxes, and this one I needed to buy one because I had never had a long one. So, and it's a really cool one. I really liked it. The only thing is you can't put the box inside the bamboo box that I bought because it doesn't fit. So you actually have to take the tissues out of the cardboard box that they come in and put the tissues in the bamboo box. I think it's made so that you buy tissues in like a wrap, but not in a cardboard box. So that one's in my office, and that one was $14.99. I also bought a glass nail file. This one, is to have it in my bag, and it's because it has a case. I have a nail file in my bag that has a case, but it is, I think I'm going to have to throw it out soon because it's a regular nail file, and this one is a glass one, and this one is supposed to last forever. If it gets dirty, you just wash it, and you can file in your nails again. It doesn't lose the texture it has, the resistance it has, that actually files your nails. I have it in my bag, so I haven't used it a ton because it sits in my makeup bag in my purse, and I take it with me wherever I go, just on the go if I need to file my nails. So when I've had to use it on the go, I've gone for this, but I don't use it, say, when I'm doing my nails at home. I'll use a different nail file. This is sort of like the on-the-go nail file. The other thing I bought was this, and it's called the Mini Flairsol Spray Bottle. I bought it because I saw a YouTuber, makeup artist YouTuber, that had a device in which she put in Max Fix Plus, and the device would spray it out in like an aerosol, very soft mist way. And so I thought that was really cool, and I bought one of those, and it came broken, so I returned it and then bought this one thinking it would do the same thing. It does not. It's not a continuous mist like the other one, and the spray is a little bit too harsh for what I want. So I had already bought, opened it and had taken off the little sticker and everything, so I can't really return it or take it back. So I left it to water plants, and it just has like regular water inside right now, and I use it to spray and water my plants with it. But some of these things though, and all of this that I'm showing you, the majority of the things that I'm showing you, I bought off of Amazon. All of these things are returnable. I could definitely print out a label on Amazon and send them back, but for some reason, I don't know what I was thinking, I would open up the packages and I would throw out the wrappers or throw out the little label with the scan for the price. So, and without that, I can't return it. So I need to be a little more mindful of unwrapping things and keeping everything. The other thing I bought, and this is one of the large ticket items that I bought. The one thing that I bought, it was sort of like a gift from me to me, were these AirPods, the Apple AirPods, and they come in this like the white case, and I bought this cover for them on Amazon, and it's a rubber cover. The texture is so good. So I bought the AirPods, and the AirPods were $168.54, which is expensive, but it's just, that's what they cost. I bought the original ones from the Apple store, so those one I just went to the Apple store and got those. But the case I got from Amazon, and it was $8.99. At the Apple store they do sell a case, but it's like $30. It's $29.99 or something like that. I got mine from Amazon for $8.99, the case. And then I also bought, which I'm wearing right here, a holder. So you put this little device on your watch, and then you can put the AirPods on the device as so. So you just insert them in there, and then you can just have them with you on the go, right? So when these are charged, the case is charged and the actual pods are charged as well. So you can just with this little carrying device, you can just attach them to your watch and then just like carry them with you as such as you go, and they're just there so you don't lose them. Or say you're walking, I use these a ton when I'm walking Max, so you're walking or you're outside and the case you left behind but you have your pods and you don't want to use them anymore, this is a really cool place to just put them in there and then go on, do whatever it is that you're doing without having to like put it in your pocket or lose them. I just feared that I would lose them if I didn't have anywhere to put them when I was using them sort of on the go. I don't take the case with me when I walk Max. I just take the pods. And I take them, I wear them. When I take them, I wear them. But if I'm like need to talk to someone or need to just like not be wearing them or I don't want to wear them anymore, I have a place to put them. So I got this holder was $7.99. Another thing that I got, and this was the last thing that I got actually, that was another high ticket item, was a frame. So I got this really cool picture frame for a really cool print that I had bought in December, and I'll show you a picture of it. It's great. I love it, but it was expensive. It was $134.20. So the two big things that I got were this frame and the AirPods. There were the two expensive things. Everything else was $89.69. So everything else that I've shown you, the sprays, the faucet filter, the water bottles, the case for the AirPods, the holder for the AirPods, all of that together came to $89.69. So $89.69 plus $95.80 that I spent on books, plus the AirPods and the picture frame, all of that came up to $488.16. $488.16. So that was the grand total of what I spent in February. I also spent $177.14 in gifts. So February is an expensive month for me because both of my parents have birthdays in February. It's Valentine's Day in February, and it's Mike and my anniversary, for not our marriage or not our wedding anniversary, but it's the anniversary of when we met and started dating. So, which was 8 years ago. So February is a bit expensive for me. So I spent almost $200 in gifts, and I have to say that doesn't include, that's Valentine's and anniversary. That doesn't include my parents' gifts because they were abroad and I couldn't send them something, and so I still owe them the gifts. So if I add what I spent plus the gifts, it was $665.30. So again, February was an expensive month. And that is not purchasing anything from my categories of not purchasing, of my no buy year, right? So in comparison to January, that was only $135.36, February was very expensive. So this is what I'm thinking. I don't want March to be as expensive. In March, I already spent $100 in gifts in March because it's my niece's birthday. Actually tomorrow, from the day that I'm filming this video. So I do have gifts in March, but I don't want to buy any books. So any books that are not specifically for work, and typically the books that are specifically for work, I can cover through a budget of resources and materials from work, right? So if it's not a book that's specific for work, I think I'm going to pass. I'm not going to buy any more children's books for my project, at least not this month. And I'm not going to buy any books for pleasure because I have a tower, literally a tower of books in my office here right next to me. And I have a tower of books in the bedroom, in the nightstand, also waiting for me to have time to be able to tackle them. So I have to like time out on purchasing books. I have to also time out on purchasing high ticket items like the AirPods and the picture frame. I knew I wanted the picture frame, and the AirPods were like I was hemming and hawing over them since months, since like my birthday. I've been hemming and hawing over, should I buy them, should I not buy them, should I buy them? And then finally I said, you know what, I'm buying them. So those were two things that I knew that I wanted to buy, or needed to buy. The frame I needed to buy because I bought that print back in December, and the AirPods, I've been thinking about them for like the past 6 months. So that's done, and once now that that's done, then I don't foresee any high ticket items for the month of March. March is going to be interesting because I have travel in March and in April, but they're for work. So anything that I spend there is going to be reimbursed in terms of anything that I spend either in the travel or in the stay or during the conferences. It can be reimbursed from work. What I spend outside that, like books or I don't know, I can't buy anything, right? So I can't buy a souvenir because that would be like a decorative kind of thing that I don't need any more of. So I guess I just have to be mindful that I'm going to those conferences and it's going to be tempting because there are books and resources at conferences that I want to buy. And I can. I mean, that's not within the confines of my no-buy, but again, I want to be mindful of how many books I buy because I'm getting to a point where I have way too many or more books than I have time to read them. So I don't want to just accumulate books for the heck of it. I want to have time to read the books and enjoy them. And if I buy a book, to be excited to read it and delve into it and enjoy it. So yeah, so a part of this video is to also show and make evident to myself that February was a little bit expensive and that March I need to rein it in March and keep it under control. The good thing is, of course, I haven't bought anything makeup wise. I haven't bought any skincare that has not been to replenish something that I completely ran out of. And I haven't bought any shoes or any clothes or any art or any decorative kinds of things that I have tons of. I have run out of like certain things that I can't replenish or can't repurchase because I have more of those in that same category, and that kind of hurts a little bit because those products that I ran out that I can't repurchase because I have others of that same category were my favorites, and I'm kind of missing them. So that's well, I guess that's part of the no-buy. That's part of the using what you have situation, right? That I have to really use what I have and not just go buy my favorite over and over and over when I have 5 other ones available to use. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you again soon. Bye.